Deep in the palaces of Ayodhya, Princess Urmila refuses to weep. Her husband Lakshman forbade it before his exile. Instead, she lights a solitary oil lamp, fighting the internal fire of her grief with the physical fire of a burning wick. But miles away, that quiet palace grief gives way to a brutal reality. The Dandakaranya forest is no peaceful retreat. Ram, Sita, and Lakshman arrive to find woodland hermitages violently destroyed. The forest floor is scattered with human remains. These are the bones of ascetic sages, men who retreated to the woods for meditation and peace, only to be slaughtered and consumed by man-eating demons. The wilderness is an active hunting ground. The avatars and the local holy men are trapped in a zone of relentless existential violence. Seeing the carnage, Ram recognizes a clear obligation. A king is like a father to his subjects, and his duty to protect the innocent applies to these vulnerable forest dwellers exactly as it would to the citizens of his capital. Standing among the ruins, he lifts his bow and makes a solemn, irreversible declaration. He swears to systematically hunt down the demonic forces and completely clear the earth of their presence. This single vow transforms the nature of his exile. Ram now leads an active offensive against evil as a divine warrior, putting an end to his role as a passive political exile. Delivering on that promise takes a decade. For 10 grueling years, the trio navigates deeper into the hostile, untamed Dandakaranya. Along the way, Ram imparts a crucial lesson to Lakshman. He explains that seeking these isolated, enlightened masters provides a practical benefit. They serve as vital reservoirs of spiritual power. This diagram illustrates spiritual aura transfer. Just as sitting in the sun lets your body absorb heat, a realized soul's energy radiates outward. Notice how these waves transform into direct energy, letting them passively absorb divine knowledge, bypassing spoken words. Their decade of wandering served as a deliberate conditioning period. They used this time to gather the immense spiritual energy required for the coming war. This conditioning leads them to Muni Sutikshna, a sage so deeply locked in devotional meditation that he doesn't even open his eyes when Ram stands directly in front of him. To wake the sage, Ram uses a subtle approach. He projects his divine form straight into Sutikshna's internal consciousness, bridging the gap between deep meditation and physical reality. The Rig Veda outlines Ekam Sat, meaning truth is one. Enlightened minds recognize all distinct forms as manifestations of a single reality, which is why Sutikshna instantly recognizes his chosen deities standing before him in Ram's physical form. Sutikshna offers his blessings, but gives Ram a strict directive. To ensure absolute victory in the coming war, he must seek out Sutikshna's master, the legendary Maharishi Agastya. Even a physical incarnation of a deity operates under the rules of the earthly realm. Ram still needs the geographic and spiritual guidance of mortal masters to navigate the battlefield. Approaching Agastya's hermitage, the trio encounters an overwhelming aura of light, a physical manifestation of the sage's immense spiritual gravity. This is a man whose legends warped the physical world. When the celestial devas needed help fighting demons hiding at the bottom of the sea, Agastya scooped up the entire ocean and drank it dry, leaving the enemy totally exposed. When the massive Vindhyachal mountain range grew aggressively, attempting to block the path of the sun, Agastya calmly pressed his foot down, forcing the peaks to bow and halting their arrogant expansion. His most vital feat occurred during Lord Shiva's wedding. As every celestial and earthly being migrated north to witness the ceremony, the planet faced a severe mass crisis, threatening to tilt off its axis. This scale visualizes the solution. At Shiva's request, Agastya traveled south alone. His isolated spiritual mass acted as a perfect, flawless counterweight to the combined physical presence of the rest of the world's population. Agastya functions as a localized force's nature. His spiritual presence maintains the planet's physical and spiritual equilibrium. His immense power is also profoundly life-giving. Agastya brought the sacred Kaveri River down from the celestial realms in his water pot, releasing it to permanently nourish the lands of the south. He applied that same meticulous structuring to human communication.
Agastya is credited with organizing the highly sophisticated Tamil language, embedding deep metaphysical knowledge straight into its grammar. The sanctuary built by such a being operates on strict physics. No deceitful, cruel, or demonic entity can physically survive within the radiating boundary of his ashram. Ram, Sita, and Lakshman finally cross that boundary, stepping out of the dark, violent woods and into the ultimate spiritual stronghold Agastya holds for the Avatar is a story for our next episode. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it.